Good evening. So glad that all of you are here this evening. My name is Rob Tiffin. I'm the president and a board member, and I've been with the Tamara Gordon Foundation since its inception in 2013. And on behalf of the foundation and our board, I want to welcome all of you to our second annual award reception. It's a very special evening for us, and it's especially an eventful evening for all of our recipients of awards. And some of our recipients are here because their awards were renewed from last year. This is a very special night, and I'm looking forward later on in the reception to have an opportunity to speak with some of the award recipients. I've already had a chance to chat with most of them already. But I encourage all of you to stay and chat with our recipients and hear about their future plans. Now, I also want to welcome a number of individuals that have taken some time out of their busy day to be here this evening with us. And specifically, if you could just stand as I announce your name and just wave to the crowd. I'd like to start with Dr. Raymond Cho. Dr. Cho is here from the City of Toronto, Councillor. Miss Alicia Taylor, who is with the Jamaican Consulate. Mr. Philip Pera, and he is with the MPP for Bas Balkasoon. He's an assistant to the MPP. Mr. Dove Palmer, who is with Mr. John McCollum, who is the candidate for Markham Thornhill. Another very special person that's with us this evening is Kamala Jean Gopi. And Kamala was instrumental in granting Tamara's first university scholarship. So we're delighted that she's here with us tonight. So, moving on, I would like to also undertake my second important item this evening, and that is to introduce you to our Master of Ceremonies. And I'm sure that many of you will be familiar with him. He's probably the most famous voice here in Toronto. Certainly one of the most well-known voices in Toronto. Since the team's inception in 1995, he has been the official announcer, the voice of the Raptors. And I'm speaking of specifically Mr. Herbie Kuhn. He's a Toronto native and attended Malvern Collegiate and Vanier College. And the one thing I know from meeting with Herbie and just representative of his attendance here this evening is the fact that he's committed to the youth of this city and encouraging them to enhance their knowledge and becoming the best that they can. Now, I could say a lot more about Herbie, but what I'd like to do is share with you something that the Raptors did earlier this year in tribute to the fact that Herbie has been the voice of the Raptors for the past 20 years.
Rob, I can't believe you dug that one out. I haven't seen that since last April when we did that at our final regular season home game at the Air Canada Centre. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It has been an incredible privilege of mine, as you saw from the video, to be the in-house voice of the Toronto Raptors for the last 2 decades. This time next week, next Saturday evening, I will have just landed in Vancouver, God willing, to get ready to kick off our next preseason for the 2015-26 season, starting in Vancouver next Sunday afternoon against the LA Clippers. So I'm excited about that. And I'm here to tell you that over the last 20 years, I have announced some pretty incredible, pretty amazing individuals. But there aren't too many that compare to some of the names I'm going to introduce to you here this evening. So on behalf of the Tamara Gordon Foundation, please, I'm so grateful that you have taken the time out of your schedule, whether you're a friend of Tammy's, whether you're a friend of one of the recipients, or a friend of the member of the board of directors. Thank you for taking the time out to join us for this incredible occasion here this evening. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. Councillor Raymond Cho, we met him briefly a few moments ago. Please, Councillor, come on up and join me. Councillor Cho is the councillor for Scarborough Rouge River here in our beautiful city of Toronto. And before we get any farther with this evening's program, he has a certificate that he would like to present to Tammy and the foundation this evening. Councillor Cho.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to bring greetings from Toronto City Council and Mayor John Tory, and of course from my boss. My wife is here, and myself. I'm sure all of you read this brochure, and I was totally impressed, inspired. And when I was reading this brochure, the first word came to my mind is the big word I learned when I was studying my doctoral degree in counseling psychology. The word is sublimation. You know, how unfortunate that the accident happened to Tammy, and yet from the tragic accident, she brought this hope to a lot of people. What a wonderful person. Also, I like to acknowledge my good friend, my Christian minister. She is kind of my spiritual mentor, Pastor Janet House. This is one of the best churches in Toronto, and I'm a kind of semi-regular member here. This is a great church. I saw that there are so many speakers. I'm just read this plaque briefly, and I will have the honor to present this plaque to Tammy. And I'm going to make a little contribution on my portion for scholarship.
All right.
On behalf of Toronto City Council and the residents of Ward 42 Scarborough Rouge River, I feel exceedingly happy to extend my heartiest congratulations to Tamara Gordon, a hard-working, enthusiastic individual who has actively taken the challenges of her situation and allow it to work positively in her life while trying to make a difference in the lives of others by establishing the Tamara Gordon Foundation. I'm truly proud of the Tamara Gordon Foundation dedicated to positively influencing, empowering, improving the lives of persons physically challenged in the Greater Toronto Area by providing them with financial, social, and practical resources necessary for them to achieve self-supporting status, experience equal opportunity to function as citizens of our community, live fulfilled lives, and give back to the community. Pardon me, I'm kind of emotional. I wish to thank the members and sponsors and volunteers for their monetary contributions, commitment, and dedication in organizing tonight's event. My sincere best wishes for your continued success. Dr. Raymond Cho, Toronto City Councilor, September 26, 2015. And I'd like to present this plaque to Tammy Gordon.
There we go. Thank you so much, Councillor Cho, for your presence here this evening. And I must...
Another event.
Yeah, I know he has another engagement that is also running simultaneously with this one. So he has asked to be able to be excused from the evening. We thank you. And I thank you. You're a very smart man that you acknowledge that your wife is the boss. That was a very good thing. Very good thing. Way to get that right. So thank you for joining us. Thank you. Now, Tammy, come on back, come on back, come on back. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can imagine, working in the NBA for the last 20 years, I have met literally thousands and thousands of people, whether they be basketball players, coaches, members of the media, training staff, medical staff, boards of directors, members, fans, you name it, I have met them. I've met a lot of great people and a lot of remarkable individuals. This young lady, who I had the privilege of meeting about 2 years ago or so, right here in this gymnasium here at Malvern Christian Assembly, is definitely near the top of my list in terms of remarkable individuals that I have met. And a couple of the words that come to my mind when I think of you, Tammy, are stubborn. Right? Absolutely stubborn. She's laughing at that. And resilient. Resilient. So there you go. Would you please give a warm welcome to Tamara Gordon.
Good evening, distinguished guests, board of directors, media representatives, scholarship recipients, sponsors, donors, family, and friends. Sincere gratitude to you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to come and join me as we celebrate the achievements of our hardworking scholarship recipients this evening. I would like to acknowledge the Tamara Gordon Foundation's board of directors, without whose hard work and dedication this event would not be possible. Would the board members who are present please come and join me to be recognized?
Come on, you board members, don't be shy. Work out a bit, bring it a little closer. Okay. There we go.
Okay, I'll introduce them from this side to the end. So first we have Mr. Rob Tiffin. He's the president of the foundation. Then we have my mom, Marcia Gordon. She's the executive director of the foundation. We have Miss Roma Hewitt. She's the treasurer for the foundation. We have Miss Patricia Winter. She's a director for the foundation. We have Miss Marva Amor. She's also a director for the foundation. And lastly, we have my uncle, Mr. Osmond Lyons. He's also director for the foundation. There are a few directors that couldn't make it this evening. Mr. Alfred Quinter, Ms. Kyla Baxter, and Nancy Zhu. There are some representatives here from Mr. Quinter's office and from Kyla's office, Baxter Structures. Could you please stand and be recognized? Oh, okay. Thank you. One at the back. Thank you for coming. Okay, you guys can be seated. You guys can be seated. Thank you. Next, I would like to thank Pastor Jeanette and the board of Malvern Christian Assembly for affording us the opportunity to utilize this facility to host this evening's event. So thank you very much. This foundation received its charitable status in December 2013 and was created to support students with physical disabilities and help them to pursue their post-secondary education by granting them scholarships and linking them to Career Edge, which is an organization that will help them through the resume process, job training, and work placement once they've graduated. Last year was our first year to hand out scholarships, and we awarded 6 deserving students. I'm proud to say this year we are able to award 8 students, comprising of a mixture of returning applicants as well as new ones. The student recipients you will meet tonight are representative of the knowledge, strength, and fortitude of individuals with physical disabilities. We are proud to support them, and with your personal donations to the Tamara Gordon Foundation, we will be able to support so many more to achieve their life's goals. Through your financial commitment to the foundation, you will be able to share in the joy of seeing what they can accomplish. I would like to say a special thank you to our sponsors and donors who continue to support this foundation and make it possible for us to hand out these scholarships, so please give yourselves a big round of applause. It is now my great honor to introduce our first entertainment for the evening. These two are very special and dear to me and hold a big place in my heart. They are none other than my wonderfully talented niece and nephew who traveled all the way from Belleville, Michigan to play a piece on their clarinets. Please give a big round of applause to Brianna and Xavier Walker.
Thank you, Brianna, and thank you, Xavier. Greatly appreciated. And yeah, that's quite the trek all the way up from Michigan. That is fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've already had some excitement and a few surprises here this evening. Now we are going to get to the meat of this sandwich tonight, if you will. It is time to meet each of the recipients for the Tamara Gordon Foundation awards for this year of 2015. So, I would like to begin with Dean Wardak, who is going to be receiving the Tamara Gordon Award of Excellence. And I'll tell you a little bit about Dean. Mr. Wardak, he's a 23-year-old student. He's attending Sheridan College. In 2011, he had a car accident in which he suffered a brain injury and became a quadriplegic. This is his second year receiving the TGF scholarship, and he is also going to be our keynote speaker later on this evening. He's also the recipient, as I've mentioned, of the Tamara Gordon Award of Excellence. We have to stay tuned to what Dean has to bring to us later on, but for now, Dean, please come and be awarded by Tammy for your scholarship this year. Let's hear it for Dean Wardak, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds good. That's good. Okay. No, she's here. She's here. Congratulations, Dean. Our next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, is Wanika Matthews. Wanika suffered injuries to her spinal cord at birth, causing her to suffer a brachial plexus injury. Despite her disability and a lot of setbacks, the 19-year-old graduated from the Recreation and Leisure Services Program, or is that Leisure Services Program, at Centennial College in June of this year. And she has now returned to Centennial to pursue her studies in the 3-year Child and Youth Worker Services Program. Would you please welcome Wanika Matthews. And Wanika is receiving the Gary O'Neill Award, donated by the Operating Engineers Local 793 NPH. Congratulations. Our next recipient is Mastura Alvankui, and she will be receiving the James Turton Award, donated by the Turton family and friends. Miss Avankui is a mature student and is in her 3rd year of Gender and Women's Studies at York University. She decided that the best thing to do was to return to school, complete her education in order to begin her own business. She is dedicated to helping the community grow. Would you please welcome and congratulate Mastura Alvankui. There we go. James' family here to help with the presentation. Thank you so much. And don't forget your certificate. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. That's key. Congratulations. Our next recipient this evening is Ahmed Matin, and Ahmed is going to be receiving an award donated by the family and friends of Clayton Dean. Let me tell you a little bit about this great young man. Mr. Matin is a 23-year-old who has sustained a severe injury to his skull in an elevator accident in 2005. He is now a 2nd-year student at Humber College, which I also attended, I'm proud to say, studying hotel and restaurant management. I did not study that, though. And he hasn't let his disability stop him. And he's also learned the importance, I love this, of living fully and giving back to the community. Would you please welcome Ahmed Matin. Come on over. Oh, come on over. Don't be so shy. Get a nice picture there. There we go. Congratulations, sir. Next, we have Francesca Sana, and she will be receiving a Tamara Gordon Foundation Award. Miss Sana is a mature student, has been accepted into Centennial College for the Community Development Work Program. She's confined to a wheelchair with a goal to support young people and their families by connecting them with community resources in order to become independent and self-reliant individuals who lead confident lives. And having had a few moments to chat with her, I would say she is leading by example in that confidence category. Would you please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Francesca Sana. Fantastic. Congratulations, Francesca. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have Jessica Poon. Jessica is 31 years old and a fourth-year psychology student at York University. She has mobility issues and minimal hand function on her right side and has spent many years volunteering in her community. Her ambition is to become a child psychologist as she wants to help and support children. Would you please welcome and congratulate Jessica Poon. Congratulations, Jessica, who also has an 8-year-old son as well. So that in and of itself is enough to keep your hands full. As the dad of one who just turned 9 a couple of weeks ago, I know exactly how that feels. Somewhat how that feels, at least. And our next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, is Sherry Shuyu. Oh, I practiced it earlier and I got it right. Sherry Shuyudai. There we go. Miss Dai is now a first-year student at the University of Toronto. She suffered a spinal cord injury 2 years ago, and she is currently in a manual wheelchair. But her career goal is to become a lawyer or to work in another area that relates to languages and human rights. Would you please welcome recipient Sherry Shuyudai. Congratulations, Sherry. Now, brief pause here. Marcia, where is the Member of Parliament seated? Over here to my left. Mr. Arnold Chen, Member of Parliament, Scarborough, thank you for joining us here this evening. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. You going to say a few words? All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Our next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, is a special scholarship award, and that is going to be presented to Fraser Jansen. And let me tell you a little bit about Fraser. Mr. Jansen is a 23-year-old, and on September the 22nd, 2006, while riding his bicycle home from school, he fell and sustained a spinal cord injury at the C6 and C7 level. He had just turned 14. For the past 9 years, he has spent many long hours in physiotherapy as well as occupational therapy. He's worked extremely hard in intensive therapy to reach his goal of walking again. This is his 4th year attending Laurentian University in Sudbury, where he's enrolled in the mechanical engineering program. In other words, he is much more intelligent than I am. Mr. Jansen's first year at Laurentian, he was one of 4 students selected out of 15 engineering students who had applied to represent Laurentian at the Ontario Engineering Competition held at McMaster University in February of 2013. And, to boot, he was named team captain as well. Even after his spinal cord injury, he remained active in the community. He has been involved in a few fundraising activities that include an annual charity bike ride called Bike for Mike, and also raising money for the Rick Hansen Foundation. Yes, Canada's own Man in Motion. But unfortunately, because he attends school in Sudbury, he wasn't eligible. You may have noticed at the beginning of the presentation that the scholarships are awarded to students here in the Greater Toronto area. So as such, being a student in Sudbury, that rendered him not eligible for receiving a Tamara Gordon Foundation scholarship. However, because of the excellence and determination that he has exhibited, we are excited to announce that Marcia and Tamara Gordon, they saw how intelligent and how dedicated he was to giving back to the community and how he was a deserving recipient, so they decided to award him a scholarship out of their own resources. So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, and let's welcome Fraser Jansen.
Could we just ask John Abels to come up? She's a teacher that taught Tammy and taught this guy as well.
Okay. And where is she?
Yeah, she's coming.
What's her name?
John Abels.
All right. You introduce her. Go ahead, introduce her. Marcia, you introduce her.
I'm proud to introduce John Abels. She's a teacher that taught Tammy at the rehab and also Fraser. And also she was really instrumental in having this scholarship for Fraser because Fraser worked so hard, and when she sent me the documents of Fraser, I had no choice but Tammy and myself decided to help him out. And congratulations, Fraser. Congratulations, John, for the great work you have done.
Wonderful, thank you.
Oh, wait, Jesse's taking some pictures.
And now at this time, I would like to welcome our Member of Parliament, Sir Albert Chen. Come on up here, sir. Welcome, thank you for joining us here this evening.
Thank you so much, Herbie. And again, I apologize. I need to intervene a little bit early. I myself am double booked, actually triple booked. So first of all, I'm really pleased to be back here again this year on the second annual Tamara Gordon Foundation Awards ceremony. I would not have missed this for anything. And it's always inspiring to learn of each of you in terms of not only, I don't view it as a disability. I view it simply as a challenge to be overcome. And Tammy and each and every one of you demonstrate to the rest of us how you have overcome your disability or overcome your challenge and become a better person as a result of it. So congratulations to all of the award recipients on winning each of your respective scholarships. As I said, I simply wouldn't have missed this. In fact, from my perspective, first of all, let me say to Bob, again, congratulations to the board and for the tremendous work that you and all of the members do to make the Tamara Gordon Foundation possible. Really, without your leadership and the collective leadership of all of the board, tonight would not be possible. And frankly, the support that you're giving to each of the award recipients would not be possible. But the point I simply wanted to say is about, most importantly, about Tammy and her wonderful mother, Marcia. I myself have actually been going through a health challenge myself this past year, and I kept going back to thinking about Marcia. And so the word you heard from Councillor Cho was the issue of hope. I would actually add the words persistence and determination. And it really is those qualities that I think are a reflection of both Tammy and each of the award recipients that you see here tonight that inspire individuals like myself to make sure that we can overcome whatever challenges we face in our particular lives. So again, I want to simply thank all of you for coming out and showing your support to this foundation and to each of these awards recipients. Really, their stories are what inspire you to be here tonight, and I am just simply pleased to join in echoing those particular thoughts. Congratulations to all the award recipients, and thank you, Herbie.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. There's a little bit of an election thing going on now, so I can understand if you're triple booked this evening. So much going on. We also have video greetings from our member of provincial parliament, Michael Chan, and also from Mayor Frank Scarpitti of the city of Markham. And Tammy, why don't you come on back up here? Before Dean speaks, I've got one more presentation to give you here. We have a phenomenal certificate here from our member of provincial parliament, Michael Coteau from Don Valley East, who, on behalf of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, is honored to offer greetings and congratulations to the recipients of the Tamara Garden Foundation Scholarship. Your hard work, your dedication and strength in the face of adversity is an example to all Ontarians, and you should be proud of this achievement. I look forward to seeing the contributions I'm sure that each one of you will make in your communities. I also want to take the opportunity to thank Ms. Tamara Gordon and her foundation for their dedication and hard work in assisting people with disabilities. These students, who are all committed to achieving a post-secondary education, deserve recognition and support, and your organization has given them that. I truly believe that our communities are strongest when all members have the support that they need to lead full, productive lives. Congratulations once again, and best wishes for a successful evening. Yours truly, Michael Coteau, MPP, Don Valley East. There you go. Congratulations. And now, Dean. Come on up here, young man. Come on up here. I want to hear from this guy. All right, we're going to get the microphone set up for you here, Dean. You know, hold. You got it there? All right.
Hi, everyone. How are y'all doing today? Well, I would just like to thank the Tamara Gordon Foundation for selecting me to receive a scholarship once again. And it's truly an honor that you see something special in me and the other recipients here today. We are definitely not going to let you down. We are definitely going to be the bright future of this nation. So, I'm here today to tell you my amazing story of how I survived a seemingly unsurvivable car accident. But not only that, even though the accident has left me disabled, I've still found some ways to persevere through the disability and to accomplish some amazing things. So before the accident, I was just your typical teenager. I was working part-time, going to college, and basically just trying to have as much fun as I could. Like me and my friends, we actually created a band, and we performed at a high school talent show. If you're wondering which one I am, I was the lead singer. I guess you could say it's because I'm Filipino. If you know anything about Filipinos, you know we go crazy over karaoke. I was also pretty athletic. I played hockey, baseball. I was even on my high school curling team. I also really enjoyed snowboarding too. I had my group of friends. We would do anything a typical group of guys would do. We would goof around, get into trouble sometimes, and go to parties. I graduated high school with an 83 average, which is pretty good. I mean, I wasn't going to become a brain surgeon or rocket scientist, but my future looked really bright. But on April 16, 2011, my life would change forever. So basically how this happened was, I attended my good friend's 19th birthday party. My friend lived on my street, so I walked to his house and left my car in my driveway because I knew I was going to be drinking that night. So later that evening, I left the party, walked back to my house, got into my car, and drove off in the street. So a few blocks away, I crashed into a tree going nearly 100 kilometers an hour. Now this is a newspaper article from the Mississauga newspaper. When my father first showed me this, I stared at it for 10 minutes in disbelief. I could not believe this had happened to me. But I recognized the car in the picture, so I knew this nightmare was a reality. So as I said in the article, I was trapped for 45 minutes before the firefighters could extract me from my vehicle. When they finally did get me out, the paramedics started working on me, and they discovered I didn't have any vital signs anymore. So I wasn't breathing, and I didn't have a heartbeat, so I was technically dead for a short time. So I was rushed to Credit Valley Hospital in Mississauga. When I got to the emergency room, they took my blood alcohol, and it was through the roof. It was 0.24, which is 3 times the legal limit of 0.08. So I was wasted out of my mind. So when my family got to the emergency room, one of the nurses working recognized them right away from the church we attended. And right away she told them, "I'm gonna call the priest. It isn't looking good for him." She wanted to call the priest to read me my last rites because she didn't think I was gonna survive. But before she could call the priest, I was taken to St. Michael's Hospital. Credit Valley isn't a trauma center, so they couldn't handle my catastrophic injuries. So when I got to St. Michael's, they put me on life support, where I remained in a coma. So about 2 weeks after my accident, I'm still on life support and still in a coma. The doctors trying to save my life called my family into a meeting they will never forget. They gave them the option to remove life support off of me. My family could not believe this, so they went back to me, praying, hoping for the best. And a few days later, I woke up from my coma. But even after I woke up, the news wasn't looking too good. They told my family because of my severe brain injury, I could be a vegetable for the rest of my life. Because of my spinal cord injury, I may never move again. And so long story short, they were telling my family I was never going to be the same person ever again. But you know what? Things are actually looking a lot brighter now. I've had a long road of recovery and rehabilitation. Like I was in the hospital for 10 whole months after my accident. And that time I've worked with a social worker, a physiotherapist, an occupational therapist, a speech therapist, and a psychologist. But I'm now living at home with my amazing family, who I am so glad to have because of all of the great things they do for me. And in physiotherapy, I'm actually learning to walk again. would just like to make a shout out to my physiotherapist. She's in the crowd right now. Everyone give a hand for Melanie Flynn. In occupational therapy, I've regained a lot of my arm and hand function. Like I'm now able to goof around on my iPad quite a bit. And I'm actually now driving an electric wheelchair with my left hand. In speech therapy, my speech has come so far along, I actually don't even need a speech therapist anymore. I just find my speech is getting better naturally just by talking a lot. And as you guys know, I'm back in school now. I'm actually in my second year at Sheridan College. I'm in a general arts and science program. My long-term goal is to become a psychologist and work in a hospital setting, helping people like me and the other recipients here today get through the struggles they are facing. And my first year of school actually was a huge success. I finished with straight A's and a 4.0 average. I found out in one of my classes I had the top mark of the class, which is hard to believe because everyone else in the class doesn't have a brain injury, and the guy with the brain injury got the best mark. Just trying to show you guys that hard work and perseverance can really pay off. If you stay determined and work hard at anything you do, you can accomplish some great things. I mean, come on, look at Tamara Gordon. But you know what, guys? You can look at anything negatively or positively. And I have seemed to find a lot of positives from my accident. Like when I was in the hospital, I met two young guys who happened to be in a similar tragedy as me. And because we were so close in age, we instantly became good friends. One of them is actually in the crowd right now. Thank you for coming, man. So yeah, we do a lot of fun stuff together. And this picture here, we're at an airstrip where you do flying in a glider plane. It's actually so much fun. I really recommend it. And it's fully wheelchair accessible too. The best part is, once a year, people with a disability can go for free. For those of you who were at the reception last year, you know I'm a big Leafs fan. So I've dragged these guys along to a couple Leafs games, and obviously we had to take a picture with the cheerleaders. And just this past summer, we entered a contest to win some free concert tickets. In the contest, you had to take a picture of a really cool crew. So we got a bunch of wheelchair users, and we created the Wheelchair Mafia. We didn't end up winning, but we did get some cool pictures. But all joking aside, my accident has really taught me a lot about myself. I've now found a new passion for public speaking. I now go around to high schools in the GTA telling the students about the dangers of drinking and driving, as well as the importance of working hard at anything you do, whether that be school, work, hobbies. You guys, if you just stay determined at anything you do, you can accomplish some amazing things. And not to mention, my accident has really shown me all the great supports out there offered to people with a physical disability. I was one of the many recipients last year for the first ever Tamara Gordon Scholarship Award. That was truly a great honor, knowing that Tamara Gordon and the Tamara Gordon Foundation saw something special in me and the other recipients that made us deserving of the scholarship. And receiving the scholarship money just motivated me that much more to be successful in my studies. Also meeting Tamara and seeing all the great things she's accomplished inspired me so much that hopefully one day in my life I'll be able to accomplish half of the great things she has accomplished in her lifetime. So just before I finish, I would just like you guys to give a round of applause for the recipients here today. All right, thank you guys for listening. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
I got it. You got it? There we go. You are incredible. You are incredible. And you got a good sense of humor too, buddy. I love it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. What do you say in response to an address like that? Not only, Dean, not only have you just inspired every one of us, but you've also got a heck of a sense of humor too, mister. I mean, seriously, how much does having a sense of humor, going through what Tamara, what Dean, what all these individuals have gone through, sometimes you just got to be able to laugh, right? And that makes all the difference in the world. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing some of the wisdom from what you've learned from the mistakes that you've made. And also thank you for sharing that even when you've made a mistake sometimes, that there are opportunities to redeem yourself and make something. Even though the past has been difficult, it means the future can be bright. And you, from my heart, have inspired me to look towards a brighter future. Thank you so much, Dean. God bless you. Woo! I told you you'd meet some incredible people here tonight. Oh my goodness. Amazing, amazing. I would like to introduce, we have a couple of city councilors from the city of Markham who have arrived and have joined us. We've got Mr. Logan Kanapathai right over here. Thank you, sir, for joining us. And Miss Nirmila Armstrong as well has joined us from the city of Markham. Thank you so much. And they bring apologies that we could not get the video going of Mayor Scarpitti. But thank you so much for your attendance, and I trust that you were just as inspired here as I was. That was absolutely incredible. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap up very shortly with this evening's program. If you filled out one of those pledge cards, please make sure you hand it over to the volunteers at the table to your left by the entrance there on your way out later on or once we have finished the program. I would like to introduce Kamala Jean Gopi to come up and share a couple of words. Kamala Jean Gopi was the first person who first arranged for a scholarship for Tamara Gordon, and she would like to share a couple of words at this time. Please welcome her, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Sometimes, can you hear me? Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Okay. Sometimes we do things and we never know the ripple effect down the road. I was an educator and 30 years ago started the Harry Jerome Scholarship Fund and decided that you put your money where your mouth is, and so established a scholarship in my mother's name. She died in 2001. And Tamara received her very first scholarship in my mother's name, Lucille May Gopi. She has been, of all the young people over the years who have received this scholarship, she has been one of the very few who have maintained contact with me. She'd send me a card and we'd find out what she was doing. She isn't my daughter, and I don't have a daughter, but I wish I had a daughter because of Tamara. And my message to you is, throw your bread upon the waters. You never know where it will land, but let me tell you, I am never more proud of anyone than I am of Tamara and the monies that she got as a scholarship, what it did for her, and what she's now doing for so many others. So support, because you never know the impact it will have on young people and the good that they can do for others.
Thank you so much. Absolutely wise words and absolutely truthful. You never know what you are doing here tonight, how the effect could spill over. Who knows? Days, weeks, months, even years farther down the road. At this time, I'd like to introduce one of the foundation directors, Patricia Winter, who would like to come up here and thank you on behalf of the foundation. Patricia, would you please welcome her this evening, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you. I am Patricia Winter, and I'm delighted to be given the opportunity to move the vote of thanks. I will follow the order of the program. Firstly, I would like to say a special thanks to our president, Rob Tiffin. Thank you for your outstanding leadership and insightful presentation to us for this year. You are very much appreciated for the sacrificial way in which you serve. Thank you. Thanks to Herbie Kuhn for your humor, for being an excellent MC tonight, for your enthusiasm. We thank you. You let me want to say, go, Raptures, go. Thank you. Thank you very much. To Brianna and Xavier Walker and Faith Moore, thank you for your performance tonight. You are an inspiration and we greatly enjoy your performance. Thank you. MPP Michael Chan and Mayor Frank Carpiti were not able to attend tonight, but they kindly sent us video greetings and we thank them for doing so. To our keynote speaker, Dean Wardock, you are an inspiration. You are a symbol of perseverance. To each one of us tonight, we know that there is no obstacle, no challenge that we cannot overcome because you chose to inspire us. Thank you. Thank you very much. To all of our recipients, you are an inspiration. You are indeed a glorious showcase of what it means to persevere. There is nothing that can hinder the human spirit, and you show us that tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much. To our valued volunteers, this event would not be the success that it is without you. To Delroy Gordon, Tamara's dad, whose help was invaluable to the success of this event. Thank you, Mr. Gordon. Thank you. To Rosemary Walker, Tamara's sister, for printing the program. Thank you. To Alicia Harrock, Sabrina and Jamie Timball, Shanice Campbell, Wendy Francis, Monica and Nicole Tesser, Matana Gertie, Corinne Brown, the Mongo family, Declan, Miles, and Gloria, Kemisha Jeffries, Glenn Atchett in charge of audio, Owen Buckner, our videographer, Hewart Ritchie, our photographer. Thank you. Without you, tonight would not be a success. Volunteering truly is a marvelous and a wonderful way of giving back. Thank you. To all of you who took the time to be here with us this evening, thank you. We hope that your continued support of the Tamara Gardens Foundation will be long-lasting, and it will touch the lives of people both near and far. Thank you for taking time to be here this evening. On behalf of the Board of Directors, special thanks to Tamara Garden. We feel blessed and enriched to work alongside you in enriching the lives and helping to bring about lasting change in the lives of students with disabilities. Thank you. A special thanks to Tamara's mom, Marcia Garden, who is a source of strength and great inspiration to this treasured foundation. You're truly the wings, the wind beneath our wings. Thank you so very much. We appreciate the Tamara Garden Foundation family, and it's our desire to continue this wonderful foundation to bring change where it's needed. Thank you very much. We're inviting Tamara to come, and Marcia also. Tamara and Marcia, please come forward.
Tamara, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Tamara Gordon Foundation, we'd like to present you with this beautiful bouquet. Thank you for all the support that you've given to us, and it's been a delight to work with you. Thank you. And for Marcia, yes, you are truly the wind beneath our wings. We really appreciate you. Love you. Mwah.
And we also have one more gift here. Excuse me, please. These people are looking at me. Pardon me. Thank you. Thank you. They want to see the back of your head. Come on now. We also have a special gift for Dean. Come on up here for being our phenomenal keynote speaker here tonight. Thank you so much. Dean Wardak, go on over there. Go on, give it to him. Congratulations and thank you once again, Dean Wardak. Much appreciated. And now,
closing remarks. Roman, your turn. Roman, my apologies. I'd like you to say some things. Roman, it's over to you. Our foundation treasurer would like to share with you this evening, right after she gets some more words of wisdom from Marcia. Right after she gets those incredible words of wisdom. There we go. Just coach here. Hold on a second.
I was told that behind every good man there is a woman, and we did honor Mr. Tiffin, who's our president, but we also want to recognize his wife here tonight. So, Mrs. Tiffin, could you just stand and you can recognize her? Wonderful evening. It's been just, hilarious. We had a great time. We come to the end of our evening, and we really thank you for being here with us. And we're so glad that you have spent this evening with us. It's been a wonderful occasion of celebration and thankfulness. We're just thankful. We can't forget that because, apart from everything we feel here tonight, we're thankful to have family and to have all of the recipients here and the wonderful that they continue to do. Please continue to support our efforts and as we continue to provide scholarships to many more deserving students. So this is the conclusion of our formal part of our program. However, as the MC said earlier on, we really want to, tickets that I believe, we really want you to stay around a little while longer after this Saturday evening, a little while longer, and please mingle and just have a little time of refreshment with us. So now at this particular time, I'm going to just bless the food, and then we're free to get up and this evening. Lord, we've truly seen your hand in this particular foundation. Because God, you are a God who cares. You're a God who's here to support. And we've seen these attributes, these core values just exemplified here tonight. And so we ask your blessing upon the food. We ask, Lord, that you will continue, Lord, to pour out of your blessing upon the foundation. Father, for each and every person that has come here this evening, may the time, may the fellowship be just enjoyable. Take them home safely. And we ask most of all that you would bless the food and may it nourish our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.
Roma, thank you so much. Amen, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, have you been encouraged this evening? Have you been encouraged this evening? Yes. And right now you're saying to me, Irving, enough, I'm hungry. I got it. I hope you have enjoyed yourself tonight. Please stay for the fellowship.